You know, I realized something. I actually think Law is going to join the Straw Hats. Maybe not officially. Maybe he'll just be hanging out with them. He won't be part of the crew. He won't be taking orders from Luffy, but he'll be on the ship having adventures with them. Because I've been approaching this like they need his brains, and they do. My God, they need his brains because he thinks ahead and he plans and he's very smart. The problem is nobody else does, and nobody respects that. Nobody cares about him thinking ahead. Nobody cares about how smart he is. So it wouldn't matter if he comes with the plan. Luffy's just gonna screw it up, right? And Robin could follow a plan, and Nami could, but like maybe Usopp could. Chopper would want to, but Chopper would get confused and screw up the plan. Zoro would get lost. Sanji would get distracted by a woman, and Luffy's just gonna wander off, and Frankie's in his own head. So it doesn't matter if you're the quarterback if everybody else is playing soccer, right? He's out there. He's Peyton Manning, the best quarterback ever. NFL quarterback. I'm talking about American football. Best quarterback ever. Everybody else is out there playing soccer. They're trying to kick the ball. And they refuse to touch the ball with their hands. He throws the ball at them. They refuse to touch it with their hands. You ain't winning an American football game like that. You got to be on the same page. And that won't happen with him. So what are we talking about here? Well, what we're talking about here is we need a straight man. The Straw Hats don't have a straight man. Everybody is crazy. Every single member of the crew is crazy. Robin's probably the closest thing to a straight man we got. She's nuts too. Like they're all nuts. So where's the Bob Newhart at? You know, that's my boy. Hated to see him pass, but 94 is a good run, right? I would love to get to 94. It ain't gonna happen, but I would love it. So, who's the Bob Newhart on this show? In this crew, right? So, that's the thing. That's what's interesting about this. Is I think that the crew needs a straight man. And I think maybe the author has tried a couple times. And now the author is a different culture. They don't approach comedy like that over there in Japanese culture. It's possible. In American culture, we have a very set premise kind of comedic thing going on here. You need somebody to bounce off all the insanity. Speaking of Bob Newhart, he was the one sane man in his hotel in his second series. Everybody else was batshit crazy. Every single person in the hotel in the surrounding area was completely insane. And he was the only person who's like, what the hell is going on? What is this? What are you talking about? Both your brothers are named Daryl? What kind of effing sense does that make, right? So, that's the thing. The series doesn't have that. So I wonder, Law would be that. He has been that so far in the story arc. He's been the straight man. And even in the previous story arc. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you people, right? We need that. I would love to see it. Like I said, I don't know if that straight man is a cultural thing that even happens in Japan. But that's why I would love to see it happen. So, anyway, let's go and get into this. You know where we are, and you know where we're going. 3, 2, 1. Shit. I love this new map. He created a huge body out of all the stone that's around the area and just like, all right, he's like the SpongeBob meme. I'm gonna head out. It just leaves it behind, right? What a dick. 100 million berries. Yeah, he ain't nobody ever collecting none of this money, by the way. So, do you think there's just like rooms filled with berries? I assume berries are coins, right? Is there just rooms filled with berries and like so? Okay, here's 100 million berries, and or they give you a paper check that you didn't take to a bank somewhere? I don't think there's banks here. I don't think there's paper checks. I think you actually have to have something in your hand that's worth that amount of money, right? And not a check. I mean, something tangible. So maybe 100 million berries would be. We don't know what the largest denomination of coin is, but maybe 1,000 berry coin. You could probably transport 100 million berries if each coin's 1,000 berries, right? This dude's intriguing, by the way. Somebody told me something about him. What the hell was it? He got somebody fired? Who the hell did he get fired? I don't remember the comment. Maybe it was in my Q&A that I did recently. I don't remember. You horse abusing bastards. That's just horse abuse, man. I don't cotton to that kind of thing. The way the horse screamed really made me feel bad. Y'all some dicks. Attack on Titan ass. So these are actual wings. I thought maybe they were hands. Maybe we just didn't zoom in enough to see the hands. I remember looking at that last episode where there were a bunch of hands. It became a wing. That's what we've seen in the past. This time it just feels like they're just wings. She doesn't need the middleman, right? She can just create new kinds of limbs. Like maybe she could create a tail if she wanted to. Get this somebody. She's in her position. She's in her attack position. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. I heard Luffy's name. Sounds promising. It just... Oh, man. The author is one of a kind. His comedy is unparalleled, man. Speaking of comedy. Can you imagine being just innately funny for 25 years? Talking about Bob Newhart. He kind of had the same jokes. Like if you ever watch a stand-up, it was kind of all the same kind of thing. These jokes are very... He's like the George Carlin of writing. Because it's not just comedy. Like there's other stuff going on. There's drama. You know. That's what makes the comedy so sweet, is you got the other things going on. But the different kinds of comedy, it's not just the same jokes all the time. Like they're not even doing the Sanji... They're not even really doing that anymore. Not really. He went crazy for that one woman. We'll talk about it later. But you know, it's like he's not just relying on the same shit all the time. It's all kinds of new comedy at all times. Like just different things are funny. These bugs banding together to fly human beings is hilarious. The character designs are hilarious. So we got the bug captain stay behind. Then we have Leo. I noticed the bug captain got his ass kicked, apparently. He has a band-aid on his face. So you guys are dipping, huh? That's not good. Yeah, they got to take care of the princess. I get it. God damn, he's fast. Holy shit, he's faster than somebody can fly, man. Now all of a sudden you feel very alone, don't you? I know she can fight, but like I got a bad feeling about this. Don't be entranced by this shit. I got a bad feeling. There's something bad's gonna happen, man. She's completely alone. As soon as they ask her, "Are you okay alone?" I was like, "No, she's not." It's hard to imagine big meathead being this good of a father. He looks like he's perfect for the job in the soldier form, right? But big, beefy, beef bus, Conan the Destroyer type ass, right? It's hard to imagine him being a good father, right? A loving, doting father. He was great, man. He would sing to her, like just really good dad. Oh shit, here we go. She's dead as hell. God damn it. Great. Yep, they did. I knew it, man. Do not like. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Why are you afraid to show his full face? Okay. What was the mystery here? I thought that's who this was. I like how the whatever that is around the edges of his head kind of look like the flowers that are floating by. He's the one that killed her mom, right? That's why she's so traumatized. He can do a barrier. He's good for the defense, man. You know that barrier looks like a what do they call that? The Jolly Rancher. A Jolly Rancher. It looks like a Jolly Rancher candy, which Jolly Roger, of course, is a pirate thing. So yeah, he thinks you're cool. Dude, act like you've been there before. So Jolly Roger, you see the vision, right? Get these damn toys out of my face. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why don't you slow your roll there, buddy? Oh, that's probably not good. Hey, man. He can do that. So I ask again, do you think air can go through this barrier? I don't think it matters here. I mean, but my question though, it becomes how slippery are these stairs? Is it like glass? Is it really, really slippery? You know? Whatever, man. Take it. Let's do it. Yeah. You have a great ability, dude. Yeah. Let's go. He's too embarrassed. Crest head. Yeah. See, this is a new kind of joke. This is what I'm talking about. Look at him. This feels like we've just entered a Rick and Morty episode, right? Look at him. Holy shit. Yeah. Let's just go, man. We're out of here. So he doesn't need to stay and fight. They can just go, man. All right. We need a barrier to block these assholes. Hey, barrier guy. Oh shit, here's Sabo. Burn them down. Burn them all! Oh, wait a minute. That was a transition. Never mind. Shit. Well, they had me going, man. I forgot Sabo's fighting this son bitch. What if we didn't have our shirts on like that dude behind us? You just have our underwear, you know? That does not feel like authorized naval wear. Dad would be outraged. How dare you be in the Navy wearing just your underwear? He's just learned this, man. He's had 5 minutes with this power. Look at him. Yep, pretty much. That's why they pick powerful people and make them Navy officers like they did with this sumbitch. He is an odd person. Hit me with all you got. He's playing possum. Is that what you're saying? He's playing possum. That's good to know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wouldn't you have to be a good organizer to be part of the top member of the Revolutionary Army? It's not just about power, because he just got this power, so it's not because he had the best power, second best power in the army. It's because he's a good organizer, probably a good motivator, good manager of people. I'll do my best to understand. Oh, shit. His ability has a lot in common with Whitebeard, actually. There's differences, but, it has some things in common. Thing is, like, fire isn't very good for defense. Unless you can create a firewall that can absorb an energy blast or something. Other than that, I don't know. Like, your fire can't protect you from gravity, you know? Yeah, I was reminded, by the way, in the comments that I was reminded in the I guess we're gonna repeat it. In the comments that Brooke and Chopper and Nami and Sanji, last we saw of them, they just encountered Big Mom, and we don't know what happened from there. I guess I'd assume they got away from her and they're just kind of like going to where they were supposed to be going. But we actually didn't see the resolution. It was a cliffhanger. We didn't see the resolution. So at some point we're going to see they're probably locked up in her brig, right? The ship's been taken over. I imagine that'll be a thing, but that's tomorrow's problem. That's not today's problem. Look at him. Shit. He learned how to travel on fire in just minutes. He must have read a book on the fruit powers and like, if you get this power, here's how you can control it, right? He feels like that kind of meticulous son of a bitch. Especially if he knew he was going to go after this fruit power specifically. He could have been reading the book on the boat ride over here. Here's all the people who've ever had the power. Here's what they said, right? How you can control it. That's my headcanon. Because I just don't believe you can immediately eat a fruit and be able to control it to this extent, right? But I think he cheated. He read the cliff notes, right? Because surely there's been people who've had powers who've written books and said, okay, you make a lot of money doing that shit. Torch his ass. Look at this son of a bitch. How are you not like incinerated just from convection, The air would be 1,000 degrees right now. That building's had enough. When this dude gives his word, he means it, man. He keeps it. Fair enough. That was an interesting little transition. They went from the fire to the flowers, right? It was one of the more subtle transitions. So it's more than just him. Oh, no, okay, it is just him. They're guarding below this, I guess. In retrospect, this was a terrible place to meet. We should have met below. You could characterize her reaction as fear. I think it's rage. I think she wants to kill this son bitch. Then again, I could be wrong. She didn't even respond. She just got wrecked. If she was enraged, she would have countered it and attacked him. Maybe she is just afraid. I don't know. Life's hilarious. Somebody got their head cut off. I guess it was a toy. Oh, okay. That dude. Still calling him soldier, by the way. The toy soldier is defending against the toy soldiers. I just realized. Hold the door. Hold the door. Yeah. Look, that horse is knocked the hell out. Look at him. He is out, man. Stoic as ever. Ah, shit. How about a barrier? There we go. Barrier that shit. It threw up a barrier, dumbass. Jesus. What a maroon. Idiot. Oh, so he's already produced a berry. Shit. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. That makes total sense. He would have had to get rid of this one, which would have been disastrous. Brilliant. Hey, man. Did he say Dobby? Yeah. He likes to cut this guy's jib. Look, Barrier Boy's a weirdo, but we like him. Spank his ass. That's right, spank him. There are people that pay $100 for her to spank him. So this one's for free. Yeah. Yep. She gets it. Hurry up, Luffy. You can run faster than this. He's pretty awesome. Yep. She gets it. I don't know if he does, but she does. Meanwhile, I just can never get behind the attacking with your forehead. Although I say that, I've told you many times I do like the headbutt, so I guess I immediately retract my statement because this is a major weapon. You're goddamn right. Do the thing. That's a giant hand, right? That's right. Spank. That's right. Spank. Booyah. What else you got? Get this son bitch. Pick him up by his hair, right? That's right. He hasn't had any meat in a long time. That could be bad for us. Yeah, like, this is very hard bone. Now, your brain's right behind it. So this, I do not recommend this. But you put this very hard bone with the force of your powerful neck and shoulders right on the bridge of somebody's nose. They don't want to fight anymore. Like, the fight's over. So then you can go home. Kick your feet up, watch some TV, and you don't have broken knuckles, right? So just say, well, especially if you're grappling, right? So yeah, I guess that's probably where he got the idea in the first place. Because who would think of this? Who would think, let me put a spike in his head and he uses his head to attack people? Who would think that? Probably as an extension of it, you looked at a headbutt, he's like, wonder if I could do something with that headbutt. Something different, something interesting. Then he got the idea, what if the head was shaped differently? And then you literally just use your head as a weapon, right? Okay, so also, I don't know if anybody's going to get this, but in the 70s, there was a series of books written to celebrate the American bicentennial. And I think I forget what the name of the family was, but this guy, he wrote books, and each book was about a generation of a family that had come over here and settled, right? So it started, I think, in the 1600s. And it went all the way up and through the Civil War, all the way up to, I think, 1910 or something like that was the last book, something like that. It was the same family, but each book was about a different generation. So the second book would be about the daughter or son of the guy who was the protagonist of the first book. The third book would be about the daughter or son of the person who's the protagonist of the second book. Every now and then he might skip one generation. So it would be the grandfather was the protagonist. But anyway, in one of those books, set in the 1800s, I want to say around 1850, there was this guy, he had a special helmet. And that's his only thing, he would headbutt people. That was his weapon. This was written in the 70s. I seriously doubt the author has read those books. They were pretty famous. They're really famous. He's the same guy that wrote War North and South. But I forget the name of the original, the books that made him famous. The Bicentennial books, I guess. I think they call it the Bicentennial Saga. Anyway, this dude put on his helmet when he's ready to rumble. And first of all, he was a bald man. And he had bruises and scars and stuff all over his head. So his head was his weapon, right? Dude probably had an IQ of about 12. Because he was like all the brain, CTE. You know, CTE will mess you up, man. So he had more CTE than any NFL player did, I'm sure. And then he put on his helmet and it was super intimidating. I remember as a kid, that maybe what got me to like the headbutting in the first place. But that was his thing, right? That was his one weapon. It was so unorthodox. I've never seen that in any other book or movie or anything. Every now and then you see somebody do a headbutt as a special tactic. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody whose primary and secondary weapon was just headbutting. You know, with the helmet or without. And then we got this guy in this show is his head, right? So, unless somebody is like a animal goat hybrid, you know goats butt people, right, with their horns and shit. Unless it's like some kind of hybrid creature, then you'll see a headbutt. But like an actual just human, I don't think we see that very much, if at all. So it's interesting, right? And this guy thinks outside the box.